What if I told you that The Shawshank Redemption, a film you've probably seen more than once, still holds secrets most fans never notice? Tiny details, personal choices from the actors, subtle symbols hidden in plain sight. Once you see them, you'll never watch Shawshank the same way again. Let's uncover the powerful secrets behind one of the greatest films ever made. First, the movie almost didn't happen. Director Frank Darabont bought the rights to Stephen King's short story for just $1. King believed in giving new filmmakers a chance. That deal gave Darabont something rare in Hollywood: creative freedom. Tim Robbins, who played Andy, later said, "That freedom made the film feel honest and deeply personal." And that's what set Shawshank apart. The prison was real, and so was the pain. The movie was filmed in a real abandoned prison in Ohio. It had been shut down for terrible conditions. The cast didn't have to fake the fear. They felt it in the walls. Tim Robbins would sit alone in a cell just to feel what Andy felt. Clancy Brown, who played Captain Hadley, said, "It felt haunted, like real suffering had soaked into the bricks." Even many extras were former inmates. That's why the scenes feel so raw, so real. Red and Andy had secret backstories, never shown, but deeply felt. Morgan Freeman imagined Red as a former crime boss, a man who once ran illegal betting games. That's why he's so good at getting things. It's who he's always been, a fixer. And Tim Robbins? He played two versions of Andy. One quiet and careful on the outside, and one strong, relentless, and quietly planning his escape. That inner fire is what carried Andy through the darkest years. The visuals tell their own story. Watch closely. Andy is often framed behind bars, even when he's not in his cell. Director Frank Darabont did that on purpose. Andy isn't just trapped physically. He's trapped emotionally. Trapped by grief, guilt, and fear. And look at the weather. The skies stay gray and heavy throughout most of the film. But when Andy finally escapes, the sun breaks through. It's not just weather, it's symbolism. Freedom. Hope. The posters in Andy's cell meant more than you think. Rita Hayworth, Marilyn Monroe, Raquel Welch. They weren't just hiding a tunnel. They were telling Andy's story. Rita represents his past life. Calm, safe. Marilyn marks a shift, chaos, mystery, change. Raquel shows a new world. Wild, raw, free. Andy wasn't just escaping prison. He was transforming. Brooks's story was a warning. In Stephen King's original story, Brooks didn't play a major role. But in the film, his fate becomes a turning point. When Brooks gives up on life, we see what happens when hope dies. Later, when Red writes, "So was Red," under Brooks's name, he's at the edge. But then he makes a choice. He chooses life. Without Brooks's story, Red's transformation wouldn't hit as hard. And finally, the ending we all love almost didn't exist. Originally, the film ended with Red on the bus, heading to Mexico. But we never saw if he found Andy. The cast and crew pushed for one more scene. One final moment where hope isn't just a dream, but a promise fulfilled. That beach reunion wasn't just fan service. It was the heart of the film. The Shawshank Redemption is more than a prison escape movie. It's a story about holding on to humanity, even in the darkest places. It's about friendship, freedom, and most of all, hope. And as Andy once said, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies. If you loved this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what hidden detail did you notice in Shawshank?